Emma could take care of our wound here. Well, back to the evening. I'm pretty sure he was T-posing for a brief moment there.
There we go. That should do it. This textbook Emma lent me is really helpful.
Oh, well, that's nice.
I might actually be able to get decent grades on next month's midterms thanks to her.
I believe in you, Reen.
Doubt I'll be able to even come close to matching her own grades, though. Or Machias's, for that matter.
It's kind of a nice thing when you have a student or multiple students who are the clear top of the class. If you're not the kind of person that aspires to compete with them necessarily, when there are individuals who are like the clear, like superior in a particular fashion, it makes it kind of easier to come third, right? Or like somewhere in the middle, because you're able to remove some of the pressure, so to speak. Obviously, this doesn't apply in scenarios where being first is like paramount, but when it comes to grades, at the end of the day, getting the highest grade at all times is not really going to make your life demonstrably different, right? Realistically, as long as you're performing, you're learning everything, at a stable rate, and applying things effectively, you'll usually succeed, right? So it's interesting to see when it comes to like students where you have a clear favorite or a clear superior. It takes a lot of the pressure off. I think that's kind of an interesting perspective that to put on your main character like Reen, since main characters often are the best.
But I did cause you some trouble during last month's field study, so...
Hey, use this helping us out.
Whether you're a noble or not is beside the point. The bottom line is you lied to me, and I simply cannot trust those who lie.
There's a lot about both Machias and Eustace that we don't know.
It's a little hypocritical. Machias, at the start of all of this, actually hid his parentage as well. If Eustace didn't know who he was, I don't know if he would have told us. So it's a bit of an odd perspective to take.
Maybe in time we can discover something about them that'll help us mend their relationship a little.
Yeah, when it comes to things like this, like conflicts, it's oftentimes like a very specific moment you need to find to fix it. It's not as easy as just like
a good place to stop for a quick breather.
Forcing them to talk to each other. Hey, it's Aben time.
Aben time is about to start anyway.
Ooh.
The day is done and it's time to cast off your cares right here.
Ooh.
It's the Misty you know and love coming to you live from Radio Trista.
Oh, actually, I guess it's already started.
Let's see what Misty's got to say today.
So soothing.
Oh, fair enough.
We're now in the second half of May, and the greenery all over Erebonia is beginning to reach its peak. It's the perfect time of year to enjoy nature, and the weather is absolutely perfect for a great hike.
Misty talks about the weather in like a lot.
Listeners in Heimdall have Modder Park to enjoy with its spectacular glass garden.
Oh, we'll have to keep an eye out for that. So Heimdall has the Modder Park.
Oh, for those willing to hop on a train, I heartily recommend a trip to Lunaria Nature Park.
I mean, we've been there. It was slightly more dangerous, I think, but...
Administrative issues kept it closed for a while, but it finally reopened this month, and it's worth making the trip.
Oh, that's good that they got it back up and running.
You can relax and take in the scenery of this vast, almost mystical forest, and then grab a cold beer on the way back.
Oh yeah, they are famous for the beer at the inn.
I can't think of a better way to spend the weekend. Can you? Whoops. With all you students tuning in, maybe I shouldn't recommend boozing it up, should I?
I mean, sort of the reality of student life, is it not?
You might not be able to grab a cold one just yet, but fresh milk or fruit juice are pretty refreshing in their own way.
Anytime someone says stuff like that, it's like so patronizing.
Anyway, let's see who sent us some mail today, shall we?
Oh, she's a
This first one's
mailbag.
from future 3-star chef from Berea Hard.
Okay. Future 3-star chef. English. Come on now. All right, time for our practical exam. Woo! Time for this month's practical exam. We don't really need a refresher. I mean, it's a boss fight. against this automaton. Still not used to seeing these things. Don't know if I'll ever be. Yeah, it does look different. Filling their settings changes their appearance too, apparently. Do you not know what this is, Sarah? She legitimately don't. It's not like that actually matters. Oh, well, awesome. We're just trying things out with machinery that we don't know or understand. Alright, well, let's begin. Reen, Elisa, Laura, and Gaius step forward. Convenient party. It's almost like I used it not too long ago. I have every confidence in our abilities. The four of us together. There should be no trouble at all. I like Elisa and Reen finishing each other's sentences. That's cute. Alright, so let's drop a save here real quick in case we botch this somehow. I don't even know if I would restart if we did, but I'm pretty confident we'll be fine. Let's get our connections in place here. Our quartz still are okay. Cool. You still have analyze, yeah. So we do need to analyze it at some point during the fight. Don't really have anything too important there. I think we're good on equipment, are we not? Yeah. Alright. Yeah, I guess head on in. Good luck, you guys. Alrighty. Let's get this party started.
Enemy sighted. Take him out.
Alright, cool. Cancel an enemy art. We can do that.
Arcus, activate.
That's not what I wanted to cast. I'm already botching this. It's fine. It's fine. Move. Move a little bit further there. Arts. Fortuna. Drop it there. We don't have any links established. I thought I saved after making all the changes I need to make. It's a little annoying. Oh well. Link with Gaius. Go for the armor breaker. We gotta get an analysis done as well. That's not so bad. I wonder if she's in the Fortuna. She is? Perfect. Cool. Let's get in there and smack them. I wish I could choose the path they run in from, because a lot of times I would prefer for them to take a different path than the one they take, but not a huge deal. Let's get behind him, though. Ouch. Yeah, that's kind of his more dangerous attack because it causes paralysis, so we kind of are limited in the things we can do right now, but not so bad. Guess we'll go on the offense here. Hydro Cannon, maybe? Or a big water attack. It's good damage. Firebolt. Probably be a good opportunity to go ahead and use the Analyze since we can't really do anything else anyway. Guys, smack him. Alright, got the analysis done. He's casting an ability. Awesome. Flamberge impedes, so we'll use that. Condition met. We did it. Alright. It's on screen very briefly in the upper right. So we did it. Cool.
My turn.
Alright. Motivate, gonna hit anybody else? No? He's way too far away. Why is he all the way over there? Alright. That's fine. Start smacking him. Ouch.
Of course.
Alright, that's not so bad. We can handle this. Let's get him locked up like we had last time and we'll be fine.
My turn. Now's our chance.
I've got you.
Leave it to me. There. Now.
An opening. Right.
Let's use Blessed Arrow. Should hit 2 of them anyway.
You have my thanks.
Okay, we got all 3 of those. Elisa's far enough back where I don't think she'll get hit.
My turn. All right. There. Now.
An opening.
Cool. We're getting there. Alright, he's about to cast another spell.
Turn to
We're going to go ahead and
flames.
cancel that real quick.
Burn. Go.
Go. Go.
Awesome. Gonna get all smack again. I think that might have stunned
Got
him.
you.
Yeah, cool. Alright. We're going to go ahead and use Radiant Dance. Reason being, Laura's not coming with us
Powerful strike.
on our trip.
Radiant blade dance.
So we might as well use up the CP she has. Oh, that didn't kill him. Alright, we got it.
I go where the wind
I'm pretty
takes
sure her CP would recover anyway, but in case it wouldn't,
I did it.
we'll just use it. Alright, at least it's level 16. That's awesome. We get the AP, so that was what I was looking for right there. Alright, cool. As expected, the 4U could do a little better. Although I expected U4 could do a little better, to be honest. That's not really nice. She would like a second attempt. Let's not say we did. Does that mean that that didn't count as a canceled art? There's 5 versus 1? Interesting. These two still don't get along. Can the 5 of them take it? Yes, yes, you hate each other. We get it, alright? Go take the thing on. Huh. Well, I mean, it's gone. Did they win? Hardly surprising. I knew it was going to be a struggle, but I had no idea your performance would be so unremarkable. Yikes. Oh, so they struggled because these two would work together, which I'm sure was the intention, but... I heard her speaking so harshly, almost like a teacher. Oh. Yeah, I can understand why she'd be frustrated. The two of them definitely are struggling for very obvious reasons that they could resolve, that they are choosing not to.
Today's practical exam. Next, I'll be announcing the details of this weekend's field study. Each of
Okay.
you, please come forward and take one of these.
These assignments.
Reen, Emma, Machias, Usus, and Fee. So we have the same team that was there with Elliot and Reen swapped. We're going to Bereahard. They're going to St. Ark, the old capital.
Bereahard and Saint Ark. Both very well-known cities here in the Empire.
So we're headed.
Bereahard's the capital of the Kreuzin province in the east, right?
And
That's
St.
cool.
Ark is the capital of Sutherland in the south.
Two provincial capitals. They seem like fair choices.
Fair enough.
Guess they are,
But
that's
what?
the least of our work.
Is this some kind of sick joke?
I mean, Machias, you're being a child about all this at this point.
Instructor, what are you trying to prove? Do you have some sort of personal vendetta against us or something?
Yes.
For a change, I agree with him. This is ludicrous. I refuse to accept these group allocations. Change them at once.
I would go so far as to say, now that you've brought it up, we're even less likely to change them.
I don't know. They seem pretty perfect from where I'm standing. Besides, you're from Bereahard, so putting you in Group A was a no-brainer.
Then put me in Group B! I'm not thrilled at the thought of going to St. Ark either, but it's better than gallivanting off to his hometown. Besides, everyone knows Bereahard is like a breeding ground for nobles and their dusty old ideas. The place is crawling with them.
I think Machias, of all people, could definitely use a trip to Bereahard.
Well, I can't deny that. Especially since that's exactly why I put you in Group A to begin with.
Ah.
I'm no army officer, so I'm not about to go telling you that my orders are absolute and such. That's much too military for my liking.
I mean, we're at a military academy, Sarah. Let's be candid here. They don't really have the position to be making arguments against you. More importantly, though, I do find it interesting how transparent she is
But
about
I
all
am
this.
your instructor. and it's my duty to look out for your best interests, which I feel is exactly what I'm doing here. So if you have any objection, then how about the two of you try to make me listen to them by force?
Interesting.
I don't know why they would even begin to think that they could fight her.
Come on, don't.
Male pride is so predictable. I knew you couldn't possibly turn down an offer like that, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
I think they just have this so that she can show off and beat the heck out of them, but why not? This would be a little bit bigger of a reveal if you don't actually have her in your party during the prologue.
What?
An orbital gun and a sword? Those are terrifying looking weapons.
Fee is not amused.
That's the spirit. Reed, why don't you give them a hand?
Oh, great.
I'll take on all three of you.
Yes, instructor.
What
Oh.
a powerful aura.
All right, it's time for some extreme extra credit.
I know I've been kind of quiet here, but there's not much to say.
If you think you can convince me to change your assignments, well, let's just see how well you measure up.
We're about to get slaughtered. Now, one issue here.
What you've got.
Here we go.
I don't have a way to scan her, which I think is something I would have liked to be able to do. Is to have an item that allows me to do it, maybe? Yes, battle scope. That's really what I wanted more than anything here. Class 7's homeroom teacher wields both a blade and gun, overwhelms foes with her unrelenting assault. She's level 49, which I believe is the level she has during the prologue. Yeah, she's about to probably kill us right here. Yeah, there it is.
This can't be happening.
Maureen lived, so I guess we'll hit her.
I'm sorry, everyone.
I was gonna say it was never gonna be a fight. Like there was. Why did she make us get beaten up?
Impossible.
Are you okay?
I had no idea she was that strong.
I believe she was holding back, too.
Yeah, she probably was not going. She could have just
Her combat
turned
skill
loose and
is
probably
enough
killed
to
all of
me.
us immediately.
I couldn't even hazard a guess as to what school she represents.
I don't think she seems the type to have studied at a school.
This means. Yep. Decision's final.
We'll be fine.
Chalk one up for the educator. Group A and Group B will be heading to their destinations this weekend as planned. Good luck, everybody. I'll be expecting souvenirs.
Thank you, Sarah, for violently convincing them, I guess.
Your rank's gone up.
Woo!
Here's a
See,
little something
4
from
plus
me,
1. That's what we're looking for right there.
Thank you for everything.
Yay! On to our field study. Field study. 6:30 a.m. Yawning just thinking about it. Alright.
I don't sense anyone else on this floor. Seems like everyone's already out of their rooms. Suppose I should head down too.
All rare quartz and accessories have been unequipped from the other group's team members. Yes, there's no one on the floor. I wonder if there's anyone upstairs. Nope, they left too. Alright, downstairs we go. Ah. It's pretty much what I expected to find.
Morning. You two are up early.
I want to make
And
this very clear before we leave.
Yep.
You are my classmate. You are not my friend.
Cool.
We may be in the same group, but I would appreciate it if you would not address me as casually as you seem wont to do.
Okay.
Our class's vice president is as stubborn as ever.
Say that again! I dare you!
Good morning, everyone.
Hey, the ladies are here. Even though I was told to go downstairs because there wouldn't be people upstairs.
It looks like we're all gathered then.
We'll
Shall
be
we
fine.
leaving?
We
Yep.
might as well. Though there's still some time before our train leaves.
That's
Cool.
fine.
I have no objections either.
Well, let's go.
This is going to be a long weekend.
We'll be fine, Reen. What do you mean? Nothing to worry about. Can I go back upstairs? I just want to check to make sure there's no one around. Yeah, okay, good. We have to talk to everybody. That's the rule. Alright. Off into town. Let's check on the young happy couple. A good morning kiss. Woo. These two are always having a good time. She's got lots of laundry to take care of today, so she's going back inside now. Is that a... I'm trying to... I think there might be some double meaning going on there. Our buddy spends quite a bit of time... Brayhard. I hear our buddy spends quite a bit of time over there. Sounds like he's keeping himself busy. Not that he's told me any of this. I haven't spoken to him in ages. Maybe it's about time to send him a message. Hi. Okay. We'll maybe find out what Mick is talking about one day. Hey, Jane. It's just about over with. It is the 29th. They start tending to our summer flowers soon. Where does all the time go? I suppose Adel would spend a bunch of time at the flower shop being the head of the gardening club. Just checking on Fee. So early in the morning. Got a field study today. Make sure to let me know if you see any nice flowers. Yeah, Adel definitely doesn't seem to have a care in the world. Let's check on... Hey, Tyzel. Some really pretty black cat this morning. Yeah, we saw her too. She got violent. Oh. She likes cats. Getting up early has its perks. It sure does. Interesting. Let's shop for some general goods. We should actually make sure we have milk on us. Wouldn't be a bad idea to grab some ingredients, actually. Let's do that. Just while I got some money. Why not? Just fill up on some stuff that we can use. In case we do some cooking later, since we got the party together. Back to running around. Let's go, see if we can catch Misty coming out of the radio station. Oh, doors are locked. Fair enough. The cafe is open. Lots of students grab breakfast here, so it keeps us pretty busy in the mornings. Ah, okay. Some like Crow are just too lazy to cook for themselves this early. I can respect that. 6:30 in the morning, 7 in the morning. I don't want to cook anything. Speaking of, hey Crow. All ready for action early in the morning? Yeah, I wouldn't really expect Crow to be an early riser. Wants to set a good example as a responsible upperclassman. Guy's a heartfelt Crow send-off. Kind of look like you're in for a rough time. Oh. We'll live. Surprise me with a cool souvenir when you get back. Nothing stresses him out. I appreciate that he was taught by Sarah, it seems. And by extension, he says things similar to her. You should grab a copy of the latest Imperial Chronicle if you haven't already. Reading it will keep you occupied during the train journey. Why not? Oh, wait, never mind. We already did. You should know these things. Come on, Keynes. Oh, wait. The cat. It's the cat. Apparently her name is Celine. Pretty cautious around me. Probably best to keep my distance in case she tries to scratch me. What are you doing anyway? You can play petting zoo later. We have to head to the station. We actually have all kinds of time. We have infinite time. Don't worry, Emma. It'll be fine. We won't get scratched again. Is there Rosine here already? See you up and early. Plan on making my way to class after I finish sweeping. Well, I'm glad. Thank you for that, Rosine. Back to the chapel. Oh, there's people here. Oh, it's Dolly. I always feel at ease after talking to Idios. Thinking about how she's always watching over me makes it easier for me to get through tough times. Another day of hard work awaits. So, the owner of the inn and cafe gambled, and he got money from it. And so Dolly here made him spend that money by giving people free stuff. Now, we already don't really know what their relationship is. It sounds like perhaps they're married, and that would be why she would be dictating that sort of thing. But it's interesting that you then see her here at the church to imply she's pious, right? She would look at gambling potentially as like, they don't really go so far as to say sinful, but at the very least, you know, frowned upon. So the fact that he made money that way, and the fact that she then made him get rid of that money immediately, is kind of interesting. Ah, okay, so Ornella wouldn't be able to join in the morning prayers, but because Rosine's out there sweeping, that definitely helps her out. Hello, Father. 500 years ago, the world was trapped within what we now know as the Dark Ages. It was followed by unfettered chaos of the Middle Ages. But no matter how turbulent things were, the people lived and formed the very foundation of the people. So 500 years ago was the Dark Ages, and then they had the Middle Ages, and then now we have the like Orbal Revolution that we're living in. We as people will continue to live on regardless of conditions we face. So the Dark Ages, they imply here, is called that not just because of like a limit in development, but more so that they just don't know anything about that part of history. As soon as I heard my mom had collapsed, I was out the door and headed home. Yeah, I remember, Klein. How did that go? Oh, it wasn't that bad? Oh, well, I mean, better safe than sorry, of course, but it's good to know, Klein, after we had to cover for your tutoring, that everything's okay. When I heard she was okay, I was so relieved that I was just about to collapse, too. Hey, man, no problem. That's what we're here for. Yeah, I was going to say, there are more important things than tutoring, and that's what student council's for. You put in the request, we'll take care of that kind of stuff for you. You got more significant stuff to go check on. Ferris awoke early today. She's already left the dorm. She's had a fire in her eyes, making her way to morning practice, perhaps. I guess she was kind of annoyed about Elisa winning their sprints, so perhaps she's trying to get some early training in. Now, we're supposed to go to the train station, but I have so many people to talk to, so we're going to go run around before we do that. What's going on in the field? Is Ferris here? She doesn't appear to be. What's up, Emily? She does indeed. It's going to be sort of lonely since she's usually there for morning practice. Lisa's really into lacrosse, huh? She's definitely not afraid of a little hard work, I'll tell you that. Oh, that's cute enough. All these two are over here bonding over horses. Hey, Paula and Lambert, I believe. Mr. Uses all Berea. Looks like you've got yourself a little adventure to head out on. Where he's actually going home, which is kind of interesting. Excuse to skip club for a few days. Sure, you can find a more productive time than hurling barbs at me. I guess they don't get along. Yikes. The shade. Thank you, Lambert. Nice dude. Likes horses. Is out there. Does his work. Isn't mean to anybody. Can't complain. Lambert is a solid individual. Hello, Alan. Doing all I can to change myself. Do you need to? I borrowed the key to the gym so I can do some solo practice. Gonna work harder than anyone else, you'll see. Alright, well, I mean... Can't really begrudge a guy for putting in the effort to train, so, I mean, do it, man. Maybe we'll fight him one day and help him out. Do some practice, sparring. Still no fishing to do, that's okay. I think we could check on the engineering building here, drop in, see how Angelica's doing. We do indeed. The delicate, diligent beauty with a dynamite figure and glasses just want to fog right up. That's Angelica speaks to a very particular portion of the audience and many people's minds. She has she lacks the filter that you would expect from a woman of nobility. And there's the petite, taciturn darling with the silver hair. I'd press... Whoa, yikes. I'm not saying that out loud. If only I could add the both of them to my wonderful harem. Does Angelica have a harem? Oh, I guess she's kind of a creep. Hey George, what's up? Pulling an all-nighter since Angie demanded that I tune up her Orbital bike again. Getting it up to her specs she wanted wasn't an easy job. Oh, well, I'm glad you managed to do it, though. Yeah, I mean, if she pushes it like she's supposed to, I mean, she's the test driver, I suppose, and that's her job, is to try and push it as hard as she can. Where are Maki's into engineering stuff? He does seem the type. Likes computers. Enjoys the technical aspects of things. Uses a gun. Right? Seems like he'd probably be the type to enjoy some engineering on the side. Hey, how's it going, James? Hopefully you won't run into any giant monsters like last time. I have a suspicion that we will run into multiple. You're ready in case things hang in. Yeah, I mean, we'll be fine. Let's check to see if we can get some upgraded equipment around here. Doesn't appear like it. Alright, cool. Off on a field study. We are indeed, Samantha. Need plenty of energy. I think we'll eat something on the train, maybe. Not that that'll actually happen, but I don't... We're not going to stop to eat, is what I'm saying. I appreciate that, Ramsey, but we've got people to talk to, places to be, sprinting to do. Toa's in her office. Of course she is. Let's go check on her. Hey, Toa. How you doing? That's that's an interesting way to handle that sentence, Toa. On her bike, definitely. I kind of burned myself out with a bunch of work, but the ride made me feel a lot better. Get right back to making sure everyone on campus is happy today. Alright, well. I'm glad that Toa's back at it, rested and recharged. Alright. Let's get back out of here. Last things to do, we'll check out the library and then make sure the school building is, we've talked to everybody in there. Oh. Find you in here all the time, Thomas. The Verdant City, loved by many, known by all. Built during the Middle Ages, the city now retains its classic, dignified beauty. Cool. Expertly designed network of waterways. Okay, we'll have to keep an eye out for that. They don't just make water networks look like they used to. I'm jealous. Take me with you. I think we found his weak spot. Got some unique tastes. I agree. Thomas is a fun individual. Alright. Any new books for the reading section? Recommended reading corner? Nothing? Cool. Alright. Onwards. Onwards and outwards. To the school building. Who's in here? Beatrix. That time of month's field study already. Don't forget to stock up on medicine before you go. The ideal scenario, you won't need it. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, we would like to not need it, but I agree. Better to be prepared. I mean, we bring our weapons. We would rather not have to use them, but I suspect we will. Hi, Mary. Instructor Sarah's been giving me pointers since I arrived at this academy. With each tip she gives me, I grow more and more confident while teaching. I'm not sure Sarah's... Mary doesn't seem the type to apply Sarah's way of teaching. Let's put it that way. Seems careless at times. You really can count on her. I mean, I agree. I think Sarah's actually an incredibly good teacher. I just think that her methods maybe aren't something everyone could use. Have a meeting concerning next month's midterms. Leave us at once. Well, hi, Principal. We are, yeah. Should you all return safe and sound? Don't remind me. No, let's do our best. We'll be fine. Nothing to worry about. Not what could possibly go wrong. Let's go upstairs. Actually, wait. I need to check. Was the janitor in his room? No, he wasn't. Anybody up here? No. Warp to the rooftop just to save a little bit of time. Hey, there's 2 people up here. Here's Guyler. Just finished cleaning. Would you mind using an ashtray at least to keep all the ashes in one place? Ah, my bad. Left my ashtray down in the faculty lounge. Happen to have a beaker full of water on you. Yeah, I was gonna say it's kind of a specific request. Oh, Emma's like, yeah, you might want to just go get it then. Too much work, really. That's not very nice, man. Skylar does a lot of work. You gotta be nice to that guy. Alright, let's warp back to the park. And we can get on our train on out of here. Should probably set up our characters while we're here. We got an opportunity to. So she has Thelas, EP cut. We need to open some slots for a lot of these, but that's okay. What does Mirage do? Killing enemies restores the EP. That makes sense. So she's clearly a pure caster, which is fine. We'll give her some upgrades to EP for now, and then once we open up some more slots, we'll throw some spells on her. I guess Reaper makes the most sense for her, since that's a lock. That can only be the gray-black color. Now, I kind of tend to use this as like a mage sword fighter, so to speak, because he actually has pretty high art strength. It's actually a 161, which is only a little bit below Emma, so we're actually going to go ahead and give him some spells. So I'm going to actually equip him with Flood here, because Flood actually gives him a bunch of casting opportunities, raises his art strength, and actually just gives him a bunch of stats. So, no complaints from me. And then that gives us an opportunity to throw some things on Machias here. Now Machias is actually like really high defense, surprisingly, for a ranged character. So we might try to capitalize on that a little bit, but petrification's an option there. Can we raise his defense a little bit? We can raise his move. Maybe we'll give him a heal, actually, just in case. Maybe we can go with some sort of weird ranged paladin build, where he's just tanky and heals from the back. Hey, it's Group B. I guess Laura's leading this group? We are indeed. I mean, yeah. Beret hard before noon. Oh, so it's a short trip. Already have your tickets. Train to the capital should be arriving any minute now. St. Ankh is about as far from Trista as yours. Oh, so there'll be a short trip too. About 5 hours from Trista by express train. Oh. Oh, so that was the trip to Keldic shorter than that then? That's weird. I thought Keldic was further away. They're the same as ever. They're not sick of the whole ordeal by now. It'll be fine. We'll figure it out. What? Do what? What? Guys? We're not. That's not really something that we're equipped to do, I don't think. I couldn't make it work, but I suspect you have a much better chance. So I guess we're playing Mediator here. Reen doesn't even believe it's possible to fix it. Alright, well, that's their cue, I think. Yep, they're on their way out. And they'll be fine. Take care, everybody. I think our train should be arriving soon as well, if that's not what the sound is. No, that's their train. Okay. They're on their way out. It's a little strange that the entrance to the train's like 9 feet tall. These are some really big trains. Buy our tickets and line up for the Berehard train then. Yep. If we must. Loath to patronize a city so crawling with nobles. Machias, come on now. All right, is there anybody in here to chat with? Oh, it's this is Emil's father, isn't it? No, I don't think it is. I'm a businessman, a somewhat well-known one, if I do say so myself. They even know my name in Heimdall. While I'm certainly not wanting for Mira, I do wish there's a little easier to find time to actually use it. So he makes a bunch of money, wishes he could spend more of it, though. That's kind of interesting. Oh, so Keldik's there, Berea Hard's south of that. Okay. And then Heimdall is that way, and then they're going south from the Heimdall way. Alright, cool. Yeah, you can kind of open up a map here if you ever want to take a look, and you can see at the top there, Emir. That's actually from where Reen is from. So you can see the train he would have taken from Ruhr into Heimdall, and then Trista. Alright. Well, let's get our tickets and be on our way. The direct line stops at Keldik. Every other train heading east from there is a direct line. The next one will be arriving soon, so I suggest you buy your ticket now. Yeah, we'll head on our way. I find it interesting for a school-sanctioned event that they don't just have tickets for us already. You think we would pre-purchase these kinds of things. Now arriving on platform 2. We ask that all passengers waiting to board the train wait on the platform until the train has come to a complete stop. Ooh. More riding on trains. I mean, it is the title of the game. I'm sure I brought that up. Trials of Cold Steel. I'm pretty sure the intention there is pretty specific towards trains. Alrighty. So, with that, we will hang out here on the train, play a little bit of Blade, I think, and that'll probably be the end of this particular session here. But let's chat with everybody, hang out, see how this train ride goes. I wonder if we can even play cards with everybody. I don't know how much Machias and Eustace would really want to, you know, try and enjoy themselves. We're sitting beside them, that much is nice. I guess Machias dislikes Eustace more than us. Review what we know about where we're going. Yeah, that's never a bad idea. Let's quick little conversation, briefing, overview Eustace. Yeah, you're from Berea Hard. Tell us about it. There's finest intellectual mind instead. Emma? Sure, you give us a far more critical analysis without any pro-noble bias I'm certain to inject. Eustace, come on now, man. Just, can you stop being a child about this? Yes, Machias. Yes, that is 100% the case. You're intelligent enough to score second on the entrance exam, after all. And you spend every waking moment since you're with your nose glued to the textbook studying like your life depended on it. I mean, I agree, his knowledge is probably a vast point, but speaking about it in this way is kind of petty. Which is really the entirety of Eustace and Machias' conflict. Just being petty. See why you scored so miserably on last month's field study. Yeah, why be nice to them at this point? They're both being, like, asses about it. Group B got an E on their field study. If it had been a paper exam, it would have been a fail. And a low one, too. I was going to say, furthermore, there are 5 of us here, and if the 2 of them fail all of us, we will not be happy about it, especially if it is distinctly their fault. Personally, I can tell you that I would have a pretty significant stake in telling the 2 of them to grow up. So, just put all our differences aside and become friends. No, that would be, again, like you say, naive, but I would also not go so far as to be naive enough to think that the 2 of you are stupid enough to fail twice. Yeah, we were pretty specifically chosen as a diverse group for this reason. Yeah, but the point of all of this is to understand, like, Class 7 is a class purely built around learning empathy. Like, it's so painfully obvious. Yeah, we're all partners. Oh my god, Machias. I'd hit him if I could. Yeah, we have a common enemy, which is to say not failing. The competitive type? I mean, I think Reen's just sort of using that at this point. I get just as frustrated when others hold me back. That's the point of all of this. It was beyond frustrating when we lost against the instructor the other day. Was it really? I wonder how much of this is Reen twisting. Like, I'm not sure how truthful he's being when he says that he's a competitive type or that he was frustrated by being beaten by Sarah, because every other time that we encounter Reen, he seems not to care about those things that much. So it kind of makes me wonder if he's putting on a face or kind of manipulating things just a little bit to get people to where they need to be to help them make up. And I think that that's like it's an interesting portrayal of leadership, right? Where you're able to alter your stance just enough to get the middle point between two people. To identify the thing that's going to pull them out, or at least help. Because at the very least, they're not arguing anymore, which means he succeeded at least a little bit. If we want to form proper combat links, we have to at least have even the odds a little. Sarah's only strong because she knows how to fight. If you'd been able to work together, you could have withstood her onslaught a little bit longer. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, Reen was the only one really that didn't get one shot. Alright, so passing by Keldic now. At least I think so. They have all the windmills and the farmland and whatnot. Elisa, Laura, and Elliot are all in the same group as last time. Guys, type who can work well with anyone. Yeah, they'll be fine. If we don't do something about our shortcomings, the score could easily double ours. Yeah, Machias, we get it. Sit down. Can you, like, be quiet instead of yelling? At least it's not all caps. Your yay team attitude, now do I? Or not to cooperate with this farce. So the two of them are competitive, and we're using that to our advantage. Yeah, I trust the two of you are capable of overcoming this hardship. Hey, Fee and Laura looking at us being like, hey, Reen, you did good. Shudder to think what it would have been like last time. Well, ride on our calm little train ride. Here's what I can tell you. Alright, Usus, what do you got to say about Bereahard? Most important city in the eastern Cruzan province. Its population is roughly 300,000, making it relatively large, even by municipal standards. The hilly region surrounding the city is inhabited by innumerable minks. They are prized for their fur. Fair enough. That's a nice little anecdote. Widely renowned for high-quality gemstones. Okay. Gems and furs are regarded two main specialties. Alright, good to know. Solely to those who work with them, isn't it? Okay, so there's an entire artisan street in the south of Bereahard, specifically for gems and fur. That's an interesting thing to know. Cool. That specialized in gems produced in Bereahard as well. Oh, so it even extends to other places. So they must be like corporations now, or maybe like at the very least branch companies. I mean, it sounds like it's like a valuable commodity. Gems tend to be like that in almost any setting. Yeah, Fee doesn't seem the fancy type, I guess. A note at which you're already quite aware. It can't be stressed enough. Bereahard is at its heart a city of nobles. That is no exaggeration. Oh, okay, so like it's actually that bad. Or good. Or significant. I don't really want to take a side on it. I got the majority of the population. Okay. However, from Artisan Street to the enormous Provincial Army Guardhouse, to the central plaza of its giant cathedral, and the airport designed to handle the largest airships. Yeah, so in this world, airships, like dirigibles and stuff, seem to be... Or they say airships. I don't know if they're like balloons, so to speak. I'm pretty sure they're like propeller, like your classic fantasy airships that you would see in like a Final Fantasy game. So that's like their main long distance travel other than trains. So like cars were never a thing in this whole revolution. They've kind of become like secondary. City developed with the nobility and the Berea and the Alberea House in particular at its center. Okay. So the city was built for rich people, essentially, which is part of the reason why you probably have gemstones and furs being so pricey coming out of it. Use your anti-noble vitriol to yourself. Yeah, it'd probably be a good idea not to pick a fight. Magius, I can hold my tongue when I have to. I don't know, man. Is it bad that I'm actually seeing this kind of encouraging? It's a weird sort of way. It feels like we're making progress. Yeah, I agree, Reen. I mean, at the very least, they're conversing. Alright, let's drop a save real quick. We'll talk to everybody, play some Blade, and then we'll be out of here. Hate having to cooperate with him. Don't want to be the one responsible for losing to Group B. I agree, Machias. I would very much appreciate if you did not get us a failing grade. Listen, yeah, I know we don't really see eye to eye all the time. I think you're a deceitful noble sympathizer, so there's no need to say anything. Oh. That's fair, I guess. Look, we're making progress. I appreciate that. We'll take what we can get. Hey, Emma. Well, I appreciate you having that confidence in Reen and I. That station, he said, if anyone can do it, it's you. Remember? I was going to say, I mean, I didn't do anything. We didn't have any dialogue choices, but I think Reen did do something pretty special. Successfully convince them. It's up to us now to make sure that we don't let the group down. Don't worry about it. It is... Don't worry about it, Usus. It's fine. We're... Turned to Berea hard so soon. It's been about 2 months now since we started going to the academy. Been long enough for you to miss it, huh? 2 months is hardly enough time for anything to truly change. I beg to differ. I suspect quite a bit has probably changed. Feeling I'm going to need a lot more conscious of the things I say and do. So, a fixation on social standing and class. Yeah, I agree. It definitely seems to be the case that that's quite a fixation, but it seems like it is for a lot of individuals, not just nobles. Like, it's interesting because a lot of the people we meet, a lot of the students and everything are... You can never tell if they're the exception to the norm or if they are the norm. From the sounds of it, a lot of nobles obviously have a very haughty perspective on things. But a lot of the nobles we meet at school aren't like that. So it's interesting to think that what's the normal? What's the middle line? How bad is it really for the average person? Try not to let it get to you. Just be yourself. If you exert too much energy reining in your every word and action, you won't be able to get anything done. Thanks, Usus. That's really good advice. If you have any more like that, I'm sure we'd really appreciate it. We'll be relying on your knowledge of the city. You're in good hands, then. I appreciate that confidence, actually, from Usus, where he's like, you know what? I can handle this. Hi, Fee. You do seem the type to stare. Should I ruffle your hair or something? Did you? Oh. Thanks, I guess. Leaving this up for the whole of our field study. Yeah, we'll be fine. We need a whole lot stronger if we want to be a better chance against the instructor next time. A little extra training would be enough. Yeah, I mean, she's like 4 times as strong as us, give or take. what sort of regimen she underwent to wind up so strong. I feel like she has practical experience. It's just who she is. I don't think that that's really accurate. Yeah, one day. One day we'll get them to open up. All right. Time to play some cards.
I'm not going to hold back.
Let's do this, Machias. You and me. All right. All right.
Go ahead and draw. I'll go first then.
Hype. Awesome. That's cool. I can get a 2 out of here because you have a 1. That's fine too. 3. Okay. That's not good. Let's mirror this.
Ah, crap. Mirror.
Oof. Well, that's bad. If he plays down the 6, then he probably has a bunch of nonsense behind it. Put down a 5 for now. So he goes 5. That's still really bad for us. Let's go 5 again.
Mirror.
That actually works out. Okay, we're down by 3. We're good there. We'll have to bolt that.
Now you've done it.
Oh, I'm screwed. No! We lost to Machias. Alright. It happens. Alright. Emma, play cards with me.
Please go easy on me.
Never. It won't happen. Take no prisoners.
Shall we draw then?
We shall indeed.
Play first then.
Okay.
I'm gonna use a bolt card.
Of course you are. We're gonna go ahead and fix that.
I'm gonna use a bolt card.
Alright. Throw down a 2. 3. 1. 2 difference.
I'm gonna use a bolt card.
Let's drop a mirror.
Oh
Why
no,
not?
this could be trouble.
You'll be fine, Emma.
Sorry, I'm using a mirror.
Okay, well, we're just gonna keep trading cards back and forth then.
This could be trouble. Sorry, I'm
What?
using a mirror.
Okay, Bolt.
Ouch, I wasn't expecting that.
Hey, we win! We did it. Use this.
If we have to.
I want to point out, just as an aside, you get the 50 points towards your Link experience. Like, your character's relationship improves, regardless of if you
I'll
win.
be going first. Take this.
Almost screwed myself right there. Let's drop a mirror then, since he went for the high card there.
Take this.
Perfect, and that gives us an opportunity to use our 2. We're down by 5 here. Let's mirror this.
Oh, you impertinent little. Take this.
Perfect. Gives us an opportunity to use our 4
Take this.
and our 5. We drop the
This
7,
wasn't a complete waste
and
of
we
time.
win it. Hey. One more. All right, Fee. You and me.
That'll begin.
Oh, she's into this. I did not expect Fee to say something like that about cards.
We draw here, right?
We do indeed.
I'm first. Take this.
I think every single person I've played against has drawn a 1 at the start
Take this.
and then bolted me like mad. All right. It's a 4 difference. We can still cover that. It's a 3. It's a 4. Let's drop a bolt.
Ouch.
She recovers that. We'll bolt it again.
Ouch.
I don't know what she's got behind there. Oh, she's got a bolt. All right, cool. We're gonna mirror,
Crap.
and hopefully we win on the 7 here. We do. Easy.
Lost.
Easy. Cool. Hope you all enjoyed watching, and until next time, have a good day.